What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we are going to be talking about the PvE tier list and going over where I think everyone is now that Claudia has been in the meta. Now I'm not gonna be doing a PvP tier list because I haven't played PvP at all, and my main focus for this game is not PvP, so I'm not gonna really know the meta or anything, and I don't want to make videos just to get clicks whenever I have no idea what I'm talking about as far as PvP goes. So I don't really want to do that, so I'm just not gonna do PvP tier list, but we will do PvE and keep it just like that. So anyways, I know y'all will be happy to know that Crow is no longer S tier, right? He was S tier because of his bug, and with his bug he was just doing an insane amount of damage, really it was broken. But anyways, they took that out of, well, not took it out of the game, but like he has to basically work harder for his damage now, and we're going to be putting him in A tier. I still think that he is a really good DPS, especially single target DPS, right? You only got one enemy. He still does really good. A lot of the whales are still using Crow. I know a lot of like spenders and free-to-plays are still using Crow as well, so I don't think that he's like ridiculously broken or anything now. I still think that he's pretty good. As far as that. Moving on to Coco Ritter. I don't think Coco's in the most insane position right now, and the reason why I say that is because I did have her A tier previously, but like now that a lot of teams are getting their identities, we have Physical Team, we have Volt Team, we have Ice Team, and we are getting Flame Team soon. A lot of people are going into the respective teams, and she's not even one of the best units on her team. So I'm definitely gonna put her B tier as far as that. Obviously, if you want to heal her, that's fine, but as far as right now, a lot of people aren't really using healers as much. I'm finding myself not taking as much damage. I find myself just not being as low as often and things like that, especially when there's a lot of different characters that can mitigate some of that damage, like Meryl at C1 gives you some healing. A lot of people running Nemesis, so those type of things. Anyway, there is that. As far as going to Huma, a lot of people, I had Huma in like B tier, and a lot of people were saying that, oh, well, Huma's a lot better, but this is the thing, right? Huma doesn't have a team, right? And with her not having a team, she's kind of like a one-man army, which is fine, but her value goes down a lot more because she doesn't have a team. And as far as her being a tank, I mean, no one's really using tanks right now. Right, we just got raids recently, which is good, and I've actually started using Huma for the 66 raid, to basically for Frigg. Whenever you go do the 66 raid, you have to stay on one side and everybody else goes to the other side. But I don't really need Huma to do that. Anyone can do that. So it's not like, she doesn't have anything specific to her. And with Cobalt not being out yet, we don't know how good Flame Team is going to be or what the case is going to be as far as that. So anyways, I'm going to be putting her B tier still, and we'll obviously have to see, because she does have the best shatter in the game as far as the multipliers. Now, moving on to King. I initially had King in A tier, but because his team was one of two teams in the game. But now that we're getting more teams and more variety, and we're starting to see units that shatter a lot better, i.e. Huma shatters better, and Shiro is a really good shatter. You get like her C3, she's going to be really good using a hologram projector, and now that she has a resonance buff to top that off, it's going to be a lot hard for King to make a statement being a shatter unit. He's just not going to be there, in my opinion. Now, moving on to Meryl. I still think Meryl's insane when it comes to PvE content, right? Her shatter's really good. She's fitting on one of the best teams right now, and on top of that, her discharge locks so many enemies down that would otherwise fly away, right? You got a Vulcan would fly away, the horse runs away, Frostbot will spin away. There's so many enemies that Meryl can keep around. I think that she's really good for PvE content. She just makes the game a lot easier for a lot of players, whether you're doing, you know, Bygone Phantasm or whatever else. Really, really good unit. Samir. Now that Samir has basically no one in her way, well, I had her A tier last time, but her being A tier this time means a lot more because I don't think that Crow is better than her when it comes to AoE. I think they are on even footing, if not Samir being better. And this means a lot. So it's like she's like A plus, or he's like A minus, as far as that goes. But yeah, Samir definitely really, really good as far as right now. I've seen, like, people are basically, a lot of people that are using Crow are interchanging between Crow and her, or they're flat out switching over. Now, like I said, a lot of people are still using Crow, but the fact that anyone switching over to Samir says something, right? She's got to be really good as far as that. Moving on to Shiro. Now that Shiro has a team, I think that she has a way to make a name for herself. On top of, now that people are, you know, people are getting into having a couple of dupes. A lot of people are having, you know, hologram projector. A lot of people are able to run physical with Claudia. I think she's a lot better than she used to be. I initially had her at like C tier. I just thought she wasn't that good because she didn't have a team, number one. Number two, everybody keeps saying, oh, well, if you have dupes. But it was pretty early in the game, so I didn't want to just say everyone had dupes automatically. But if you do have a couple of dupes in her, especially to her C3, you can reset her ability. And like I said, you can duplicate herself. You can get that double shatter going. And on top of that, her charge attack is just really good as well. I'm going to put her A tier as far as right now. Now, moving on to Tsubasa. I think Tsubasa is a really good unit. You do need C1 to get her boost, and you do need C3 to only have to dash once. But she does fit the bill. You need an attack ice unit. She is there for you. I don't think she's super insane or anything, but she is pretty nice on the ice team. And she's gonna be on there until, you know, eventually like Lynn drops. So I am gonna put her B tier. I don't think she's like super insane on the ice team, but I think she's pretty good on the ice team. She kind of is just filling a spot that needs to be filled more so than actually doing a whole bunch. So as far as her right there, if you guys don't know, or if you want to know, I feel like PvE wise, we are in one of the best like PvE states currently. I feel like everything is pretty decently balanced. I feel like there's multiple teams you could run as far as right now. So anyway, moving on to Zero. Look, y'all don't have to agree with me, but I feel like Zero is just not good, bro. Not at all. Some people are gonna disagree, and that's fine. I get it. Your Zero C1, C3, C5, C6 or something. I don't see anybody, not anyone, run this character, right? And it's like, who, if you were to run him, who is he better than? I like, if y'all have some insight, let me know, but I just don't see the character at all. He's like just not used ever. The only time I ever see him used at all is AFK farming. That's it. Nemesis, easily S tier. She's been S tier since release, and she's probably going to continue to be S tier. She can do damage, heal, she has slows, she has the shock, she has resonance. She just fits everything. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Very, very well, you know, good unit. She can also fit on almost any team. Like, she's just really good. The only downside to Nemesis is that she doesn't have DPS as her class, so you have to run 2 DPSs. That's the only downside, like, that Nemesis has. That's it. That's literally it. Moving on to Frigg. Frigg's S tier, right? Can't really deny it. Can't, you know, she fits on multiple teams outside of her own. She fits on her own team. She does really, really good damage. She has what, 8 shatter, 8 charge, which is good. Is it 8 charge? I'm not sure, but it's 8 shatter. It might be 10 charge, but she has 8 shatter, and inside her domain it's 10 shatter because she adds 25%, right? Just overall really good unit. She's buffing the team with resonance. She gets 15% from using her scale. Like, there's so many. She's one of those units that's just really, really good. And she's only going to get better once more ice units come out. So there you go. Moving on to Claudia. Now, Claudia is the hardest thing for me because I don't really know how to gauge her, because you could gauge her at C0, which is not that good. You could gauge her at C1, which is pretty good. And then you can gauge her at C3, which is really good. And then you can gauge her at C5, which is absolutely broken. But if we're talking C0, I think she's like B tier, C tier. Like outside of her resonance buff, what does she do at C0 for anybody? You know, it gives energy. We got multiple units that give energy, right? So I feel like she's just not that good at C0. Now at C1, I'd put her up a tier or two. And then at C3 through 5, like she's gonna be S tier. If we're talking C3 through 5 or C3 through 6, but I mainly say 5 because that's where people, you know, yeah. If it's 3 through 5, she's up here. She's just ridiculous. But at C0, I have Claudia here. That's just what it is. Nobody else is, you know, all these units are not in the game yet, so we're not going to talk about them. But yeah, this is generally my tier list. I feel like this is one of the most balanced states of the game we have right now, as far as, you know, PvE and everybody doing damage and everything being good to go. With the crow nerfs, I feel like that balanced everything out. So, anyway, you know, let me know if you guys agree, disagree, whatever. Let's keep it civil in the comment section. That's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. About that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.